Hi everyone, my name is Andrew Hansen. Thank you so much for watching our video today. Now I'm sure you're all familiar with the Schoolhouse Rock. One of my favorite videos watching as a kid, especially when the substitute teacher was there. We had Conjunction Junction.
Conjunction Junction, what's your function?
We had Bill, I'm just a Bill.
Yes, I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill.
And then we also had Zero is my hero.
Without you, Zero, my hero, how wonderful you are.
Now, specifically today, we're going to be talking about why Zero can really be a hero for you when it comes to your financial portfolio. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Now, what we're talking about today is not an end-all be-all for everyone's financial portfolio. Throughout this video, you might think, hey, this could be good for my portfolio. And the key is you have to take into a lot of different factors. This is not one-size-fits-all approach. There are very different factors according to your goals, your retirement plans, how long you are away from retirement. So it's key to keep that in mind, but also to explore the possibilities of Zero being your hero for your financial portfolio. So we're going to start with $1,000. After our first year, we're going to go up 10%. And then the following year, we're going to go down 10%. Up 10%, down 10%. It's going to change each year. And you might think to yourself, what is that average return? Well, if it's up 5 and down 5, it's got to be 0. It's going to even itself out. Not necessarily. So we started with 1,000. Now we're at 950. How does that happen? That should be 0%, correct? Well, the key is we're talking about when we first lose that 10%, we're down to 900. So when we get back up again, we're up 10%, but we only get brought up to $990. And that's key because it doesn't bring us back to 1,000. That 10% is reflective on our $900 that we lost after that first year of that negative 10%. And that's something we call the dark side of compound interest. So for instance, you lose 10%, to break even, you need to get back up to 11%. So one year, we lost 20%. The next year, in order to break even, we need to gain 25%. One year, we're down 30%. To break even, we need to go up to 43%. If we're down 40% one year, we need to go up 67% just to break even. And lastly but not least, if we're down 50% one year, we need 100% just to break even. That is the unfortunate side of compound interest, especially when we talk about getting closer to your retirement. We don't want to have to rely on the market and its volatility. We want income, not if-come for retirement. So it's key to understand that we cannot subject ourselves to market volatility as we get closer to retirement. Now I talked about Zero being my hero. Let's see what Zero can do for our volatile financial portfolio. Let's take a look here. We were looking at the 1,000 that turned into 950 after an up year of 10% and a down year of 10%, and vice versa, alternating each year. What happens when we replace the negative years with Zero? You can see the significant difference between staying in a volatile market and experiencing that alternate years of up 10, down 10, where originally we started with 950, replacing the Zero got us up to 1,610. Now, easier said than done. Let's look at some realistic numbers. We're going to use this example. We have Abigail here and Melinda. Both have financial portfolios of $1 million. They plan to withdraw $40,000 annually, so 4% on an annual basis. Abigail is invested in 60-40 stocks to bonds ratio in her portfolio. Melinda is invested in a simplified accumulation annuity. Let's take a look at how the market performed during their retirement. Their portfolio experienced initial volatility. Both suffer 2 years of consecutive market losses followed by 2 years of growth. Here's what's incredible. After only 4 years, Abigail's account is $269,460 less than Melinda's. Now let's break down the numbers and let's see why. Abigail, after we talked about those first 2 years of market loss, suffered 21% loss, where Melinda suffered 0. They both had to take out $40,000 of their $1 million financial portfolio, so that brought them down accordingly, 4%. Again, we talked about that 2 years of consecutive market loss. Abigail experienced 15%, Melinda experienced 0. and we have to withdraw on an annual basis of $40,000. Here you can see Abigail is really eating into her principal, where Melinda is only having to take out what's necessary, and we're experiencing a 0% loss. We get to experience the fun part. We get to see the upgrowth. Abigail experiences a 14% growth, where Melinda experiences only 7%. Still, Melinda is up on top with $984,000, where Abigail is still lower at $681,150. Again, we take our annual $40,000 withdrawal from the both of them. And here we experience another upgrowth in market. Abigail experiences 20%, where Melinda only experiences 10%. As you can see, there's a significant difference between Melinda and Abigail. Melinda used the power of zero, where Abigail threw caution to the wind and just let the market do its thing. When we talk about utilizing withdrawals, especially in your financial portfolio, it's key that we're secure. We're not losing principal. And with the power of zero, we don't eat away at our principal while reliant on market volatility. You might be wondering, what was it that Melinda had? What was that simplified accumulation annuity? Well, simplified accumulation annuity has uncapped index strategies. It's a high participation rate, and there are no added riders or fees. And the key is utilizing the power of zero. We have protected growth and protection of principal. I can get into details with this later, but I really want to stay specific to utilizing the power of zero. So we saw how Melinda and Abigail reacted to the market using numbers that we came up with, consecutive minus 2 years in the market and following 2 years of consecutive growth. Now, realistically, let's put that up against the S&P 500. I'm sure you all are familiar with it, so let's take a look at that. These are real numbers from the S&P 500 starting from 1998 towards the end of 2020. Now you can see that volatility, that up and down, that up and down. Now let's see what that looks like with a simplified accumulation annuity. So as you can see, how we replace the negative years with zeros and real-time numbers with the S&P 500, we come out on top, and that's key, especially when we come closer to retirement. We do not want to rely on market volatility. We need that income, not if-come, for retirement. So it's key to really utilize the power of zero if it's beneficial to you.
Zero?
Yeah. Zero is a wonderful thing.
Thank you guys so
In
much
fact,
for sticking
zero is
around for the
mine.
whole video. Now, if you're as concerned about market volatility as I think a lot of people are, it's really important to really explore the options that we have with the power of zero. The power of zero can really help solidify your retirement portfolio, especially in times like these unprecedented market volatility. All that hard work we put into building up our retirement portfolio, it's key that we rely on income, not if-come, during our later years in life. So we're not subject to the market volatilities, ups and downs. We're not trying to play catch up. We know we're going to get a consistent, at the very least 0%, maintain our principal with the upside potential for growth. And that's key when we talk about enjoying our retirement, because that's the big thing. We want to enjoy all that hard work we put in. We don't want to be stressed with the market volatility, government policies, ups and downs of stocks by mergers. There's so many different factors. This is the one way that we can really just get a hold and maintain and comfort ourselves knowing that we have the power of zero. So if you guys have any questions at all, please shoot me back an email. I'm going to send a Calendly link in the description as well. Again, thank you guys for taking the time, and again, stay safe and have a great day.
How wonderful you are. Why we could never reach a star.